What's up, everyone? I'm Jasmine Harper,
Ugh. What's up, everybody? I'm Corey Ritter
and we're your host
of the VoiceBox.
The VoiceBox is an original WNCU podcast
that serves as an outlet for community members like you to connect with local businesses, entrepreneurs, and resource centers.
We're here to inspire, share stories, and uplift voices.
Welcome to the VoiceBox.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 7 of The VoiceBox. My name is Corey, and I'm joined here today with Craig and Carla. Could y'all tell me your roles and what y'all do at Ocean City?
We are co-chairman of the Ocean City 16th Annual Ocean City Jazz Festival at North Council Beach.
Awesome. And how long have y'all been doing that for?
Gosh, 12 years.
Yeah, probably around 12 years.
Wow, that's pretty
12
cool.
12 glorious years.
Wow. So for someone who has never heard of the Ocean City Jazz Festival, could you describe it and what inspired the creation of it?
Let me start by describing the Ocean City Jazz Festival. I was at my favorite restaurant a couple of days ago, which is the Chicken Hut, and I was ordering my chicken, and the proprietor said to me, he was describing and explaining his chicken, and he said it was hot, juicy, and delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to describe the Ocean City Jazz Festival as the same way: hot, juicy, and delicious. It resonated in my head. And I just could not get that out of my head. I just thought about it over and over again. But we are in a beachside 180-foot tent. And it's just cover only because the sides are blown out.
Mm-hmm.
And we want the breeze, that ocean breeze, to come through.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also hear the ocean itself. So we have that nature going on as well as the music. Underneath the tent is just oozing with talent, both local and national talent. We have this year, we're fortunate to have, as far as the local talent, we have a young man from Goldsboro, North Carolina, Nicholas Cole, who's going to be playing alongside a national act, or a national performer, Jeff Cashua. So that is going to be a fun time. Now, let me say this also. This trip starts with the trip itself, the bus ride down. If you choose to take the travel package, you have a luxury bus that's going to take you directly to your hotel and to the festival each day.
Oh, a luxury bus. That sounds nice.
Well, we're so fortunate now to have the team at WNCU 90.7 being instrumental in this bus trip. They have added so much flavor on that bus trip. The people are really excited about being on it. They are given branded sort of promotional materials about Central as well as the Jazz Festival. They have games that lead up to the festival on the bus, and they just have a really good time. So it starts with our partnership with WNCU 90.7 and Legacy Travels for that trip down. So that is how I would describe it, as hot, juicy, and delicious. And Carla's going to give you some information about how we started.
Okay.
Okay, 70th anniversary of the community. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Ocean City Beach community, but it was one of the first African American beachside communities that Black people could own property. It was started in 1949, and on the 70th anniversary celebration, they invited Ray Cogdington from Fayetteville to come down and play. Everyone enjoyed it so much that they decided they would try to make it an annual event. So for maybe about 2 years, it was just a community celebration. And then we decided that we should expand it in hopes that through the festival, we could promote the history of the community, let people know we were still there. We think it's an important history, and we want to preserve the legacy of the community. So the Jazz Festival is a vehicle for us to do that. And so we've made it an annual event over the 4th of July weekend.
That sounds very nice. It sounds like a very fun festival to attend. There's a lot of music festivals out there. What truly sets the Ocean City Jazz Festival apart? I know y'all mentioned, it's like it's at the beach, and you're by the ocean. You got the breeze going through the tent. You hear the ocean. You have a lot of local talent playing, a lot of national talent playing. You got WNCU on the bus ride down, but what truly sets the festival apart to y'all?
To me, we are becoming one of the few jazz festivals that actually still just do jazz. We try to do a mix of smooth and straight ahead, so everybody gets a mix of what jazz is, and kind of get some jazz education if you aren't familiar with one or the other. It's a very intimate setting. A lot of people have described it as a family reunion feel. So everyone takes that time to relax, enjoy the music. Our audience loves the music. I often tell the performers that nobody's going to get out of their seat when they're performing, and they often don't believe me, but they're like in their seats appreciating the music. And it's odd to find a group of people who appreciate the music all in one space. And if they feel like dancing, people are up dancing. So it's a very welcoming and relaxing atmosphere.
And let me interject just for a moment. The festival is also held on historical grounds. The festival site is the site of the Ocean City Motel, and close to the Ocean City Fishing Pier, which was the only fishing pier on the southeast for African Americans. So you're walking on ground that is hollowed ground, really. The festival has, and the community has people that were very, very instrumental in the civil rights movement, and they walked that ground. So you're right there with history, merging that history with music.
The idea of, not even the idea, but just being in a place like that, to be on the grounds of an area that has the history that it holds is very, it's very strong, very moving. With that being said, can you tell us a time when you realized this work in your community matters?
Well, for me, it mattered for me personally when I heard the story of Ocean City and how it came about. Anybody that hears the story of Ocean City, most, I would say 90+%, you're drawn to the story, you're drawn to the community because of how it was developed, and how it's maintained and over 70 years is still there. So, the resiliency, the audacity of folks during that time to come up with an idea of having a community during the Jim Crow era is really special, and that made me realize how important this work was for this community and the broader community as well. And I say the broader community is because we were just recently inducted into the North Carolina Civil Rights Trail, which opens up a lot of ways that we can promote culture and history and art.
So what are the ways that y'all plan to promote, like, culture, history, and art going forward now that y'all have, that recognition?
Every year we do a historical tour of the neighborhood where we get a group to walk through the neighborhood, note where specific people in the movement may have had a home or where different historical buildings are. And it's been very helpful in educating people about how the community started and how we have survived to this point.
And we have very strong HBCU ties. A lot of the folks that Carla did work as far as the civil rights movement, civil rights marker, and so she found out that there were a lot of folks from Central that had gone on to make significant advancements as far as civil rights in North Carolina. So there's Central, there's almost all the HBUs are represented in the community in one way or the other.
So a little bit more about the festival. How do you discover and select talent, both on-stage performers and the crew behind the scenes? And what are some of the challenges that may arise during this process?
All our staff are volunteers. Normally they're volunteers from within the community. And it's a time when everybody kind of unites to pull it off. The talent, again, we're looking for a mix of smooth and straight ahead. John Brown is normally the artist that we have that is responsible for the straight ahead, and he brings in featured artists to perform with him. And we just look for artists that are going to either rising artists or acclaimed, that are going to fit a specific groove that we recognize the crowd is looking for. So that's kind of the main point of it. If we had challenges, I think currently our challenges are, just trying to get the word out about the festival, about the community. So I think that's probably our biggest challenge so far. The
promotion of the community as well as the festival has been the challenge. We're the only African American business on the island itself, on Topsail Island. So that presents some challenges. Although we've gotten the folks on the island have a lot of the folks on the island have contributed to our success, honestly. But we are constantly trying to do as Carla suggests, promote it in different ways and trying to promote it on a broader level.
Looking ahead, what's your vision for the future of the Ocean City Jazz Festival, and where do you hope it's headed in the next couple of years?
For me, my hope is that we get some sustainability and that it will continue on and help us as stewards to promote the history and the mission of the community. I think we're close to getting there, but we still need the support and getting the word out that we're there. I see it as a staple for your summer vacations. I would like to, think that we would be the spot if you really wanted to see some really good jazz artists and enjoy yourself. It's a great location because, as Craig said, you're at the beach. We've got probably the gold standard of what jazz artists, performers are. And we've got history. And that in itself is really important. Preserving our history in so many cases is lost or erased. And I think it's an important lesson and important history for us to know that they were able to create that resort space, a space to relax and enjoy themselves in the middle of Jim Crow in 1949. It's a feat, and I think it needs to be known by more people.
And as far as I'm concerned, much of what Carla said, and my vision, I'd like to be able to make the festival contribute to some initiatives for HBCUs as well. Maybe some type of fundraising projects, that type things for scholarships eventually. But that is, the landscape right now, we're pretty much an empty canvas. There are a lot of things that can be added, but we don't want to add too much to take away from the flavor that's already there. So if we can add just a few little things that will help others as well as ourselves, I think we will be tremendously satisfied.
Yeah, I think especially preserving like the history and like making it like just telling that story for generations to come, like showing that we was able to create this kind of equity during when times was against us, when everything was against us. So my last question, without giving too much away, what can people expect for this year's Ocean City Jazz Festival?
This is our 16th year, so we are planning to do lots of special things. I'm not going to tell it all, but we are planning a reception, an artist meet and greet, maybe some after parties, and the concerts. There are 3 artists per night, so we're planning on kicking it up, and hopefully we'll have a special guest performing on Saturday night.
Okay. Sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like a lot of fun.
We're
Artist
planning on it.
meeting.
In between each act, we've got DJ Travis Gale has been there the past couple of years, and that really livens up things. Prior to when the gates open, he'll start, and people start getting in the groove right there, and then intermission, we're back in the groove. So there's never a dull moment. And
even during the playlist, people love Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're excited to have everyone back.
It sounds like a fun time. I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to
I
experience
think
it.
you'll really be pleasantly surprised. I haven't met one person so far that didn't have a good time. And as I said, they describe it as like a family reunion vibe.
Yeah.
This year we had Karen Clark as an MC, and she was really surprised. She met her college roommate there. Uh, so
Small world.
it's really like, meeting friends, and everything is really intimate, and I think everybody would really, really enjoy the experience.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you guys for today. It's been a pleasure. This was episode 7 of the Voice Box. Do you have any last words for our viewers and audience?
Well, I would like to invite you all to the Ocean City Jazz Festival on July 3rd through the 5th. If you don't want to drive, we do have the bus trip package. Everything's on the website, oceancityjazzfest.com. And it's a time, I hope, that we could thank some of the wonderful sponsors that have continued to support us. And that's WNCU, Only in Onslow, North Carolina Arts Council, and the Department of Natural and Cultural Resources. They've been very steadfast, and we couldn't pull it off without them.
So come on down. It's going to be hot, juicy, and delicious.
Well, y'all heard them. Come down to the Ocean City Jazz Festival. It's during July, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
July
it is.
3rd through the 5th.
July 3rd through the 5th. Come on down to the Ocean City Jazz Festival, July 3rd through the 5th. All right.